Hello, welcome to our lovely interview here in Pentre Fest 2020. We're in the wonderful Mcleans Pentre with Luke Appleton from Absolva and Rishi from Babylon Fire. And Luke is playing tonight and Rishi is going to be joining him. So we've just got a few quick questions for you. Last time we saw you, Luke, you were playing in Chester.
On the acoustic set.
In the acoustic tour that you were doing. Yeah, we were with Becky Baldwin that night.
Yep.
How did the rest of the acoustic tour go?
It was great. It was really, really great. It was my first solo acoustic tour promoting my solo album, Snake Eyes. So I was very, very overwhelmed with the response because the only other CD I've ever done acoustically was my first EP, How Does It Feel to Be Alive? And I hadn't done much touring in the UK for that at all. So I didn't really have any expectations whatsoever, just on whatever credibility I've got with Absolva and Iced Earth, and just so. It was really, really nice. You know, I did quite a few shows up and down the north and the south of the United Kingdom, and it was really, really sweet. Very, very happy. The response the fans got to that album and to the tour. So yeah, very pleased.
And you never stop, do you? You're always
no,
always doing something.
I'm allergic to staying still. I think, yeah.
And recently, I believe you've just been in Brazil as well.
Yes, I've just
the first Absolva tour in Brazil, wasn't it?
First Absolva tour in Brazil. It was. I was pulling a double shift on that tour because I was obviously guitar player for Absolva. I was also the guitar player for the Blaze Bayley set. And he's doing quite a lot of touring. It was recently his 25th anniversary of being in Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
So we were doing a special set list from only songs from his two Iron Maiden albums, Virtual 11 and X Factor. So that was really, really cool. Brazil is just...
They're mental out there, aren't they? They're mental.
Different planet altogether. The crowds over there are just so in your face. And you know, you're going into rooms, we're doing like 300, 400, 600, 700 people a night, every night, and every single person in there were moving, headbanging, jumping up and down. It's just in a league of its own completely. Them and Greece, so like just.
It's really interesting. We've actually got a Brazilian reviewer now, and it's really interesting to hear his side of how the metal scene is in Brazil. And if you're a small band in Brazil, it's really difficult to break through because the scene is kind of spread out and they only really look at the bigger bands. But if you're a bigger band and you go...
and they don't get a lot of bigger bands going over there because you've got visas to pay for, and you know, it's just the logistics of being over there. Brazil's such a huge country. We were flying every day. You know, we'd go to the venue, play the gig, maybe have some dinner if you're lucky, and go straight to the airport and repeat. That was it. You're running on like 2, 3, 4 hours sleep maximum. And some nights we didn't, and it was just like full on all the time. We did 8 gigs over there, 4 on, 3 days off, and then another 4 on, and it was just insane. The adrenaline, you're just running on fumes most of the time, but the adrenaline of the gig itself and the fans, it makes up for everything that you go through. But I can understand why bands don't go over there that much, because it is difficult to get there. But when you are there, it's the best time of your life.
And how did Absolva go down doing the support slot?
It's perfect, really, really perfect. It was like the perfect foot in the door for Absolva for Brazil. I can sense that we will be returning there hopefully for a headline tour, which would be wonderful because they welcomed us with open arms, recognised that we were the backing band for Blaze Bayley after our set, and they were like, oh, these guys are really good. Like, how modest of me, but but no, it was really sweet. So yeah, I feel like we're going to be returning there very soon.
Awesome. And what's it like playing the Iron Maiden stuff?
It's great. It's really great. I mean, I was, you know, Iron Maiden's been one of my favourite bands ever since I got into music. So having that as part of my CV was like really, really lovely. And I've always been quite a big fan of all eras of Iron Maiden, even the Blaze stuff, even though they kind of get a little bit, some of it gets slated, but there's some wonderful songs on there, like Sign of the Cross, Man on the Edge, Klansman.
Klansman's a great song.
Yeah, it's just cracking, and it's really nice to see that Iron Maiden are playing some of those Blaze era songs now. So the Sign of the Cross and Klansman are in their set, so it was really, really cool. The fans showing up in full force, and it was really awesome.
Brilliant.
Do you want to interject, Dani?
So obviously you've you play a lot of big gigs. How does it compare to like small, intimate ones like this one here in Pentre Fest?
Well, there obviously is a difference. I mean, you know, like I was saying, there's really 700 people at a Brazilian gig, and then we're playing festivals in front of 30,000 people or something. But I still play nice, intimate gigs like this acoustically because I think the vibe needs to be kind of in a small atmosphere sort of thing. I mean, unless you're Tenacious D or something like that, you know, they can do whatever they want. But I like this sort of feeling, this sort of vibe. I've done it for a few years now, and for me, the fans are always going to get 110% from me, whether I'm on that big stage in front of 10,000 people or here in front of 100 or something. It's the energy is not going to be any different, kind of thing. And that goes for both of us, I think, really. And it's, you know, Rishi's been performing with me acoustically for a couple of years, something like that. And yeah, Rishi was actually on my solo album, Snake Eyes.
It's a great album, by the way. It's a cracking album.
Thank you very much. Did some wonderful guitar solos, didn't he, on Walkers and Stone Broke From My Heart. And Rishi was also, he designed all the booklet of the album as well, so he's heavily involved with quite a lot of what I do. So yeah, it's good to have him part.
So obviously Rishi's here with you tonight. Are you doing more dates together now, or is it just a sort of a one-off, this one tonight? Or?
This was actually kind of like a last-minute idea, because I've done a good, maybe a dozen shows with Rishi or something. We did a couple in Belgium. We've done a few in Scotland and a few around England, but this one was kind of a last-minute decision.
It's a warm-up, really, isn't it? Because we're playing 2 shows in Croatia next month, so
yes,
it'll be a good warm-up for that.
Yes, that's going to be very nice. It's going to be my first time in Croatia performing acoustically. I've only been over there. I don't think I've played there with Absolva, but I've played there with Eister. And they're another one. They're insane crowds over there, so I'm excited to see what happens for the acoustic shows. And yes, and I always like to try and bring a guest. It's either Becky Baldwin, wonderful bass player,
she's great.
Many people will know, and then Rishi as well. And we've had the ideal situation was when we had all 3 of us on stage together, which we did.
It was great.
That was good.
So good.
I was in.
So you've got a new album coming out fairly soon.
Yes.
We've just listened to a little bit of it in the car on the way here today, and it sounded
Cracking. It's your 5th album, isn't it? 5th Absolva.
Yeah, 5th Absolva studio album, and this one has been very long in the making. Actually, we took a different approach to it. But however, taking that little extra time, because we used to be like an album a year almost, and we decided just to have a little break because seeing as we've all got other projects going on, you know, Eister, Blaze Bayley, acoustic stuff, etc. We decided to take our time with this and really spend the time in songwriting and really plan a proper campaign behind it, which I believe has really benefited, because I mean, I know a lot of bands always say this, new album, best thing I've ever done and everything, but that's truly what I believe. I'm very, very proud of this album. We've had, between myself and Chris, we've been working very long hours every day for the past like 18 months or something like that. I think that's when we started tracking the drums, but we still, you know, we're still looking at songwriting even after we track the drums. It's like, you know, we're still looking at different kind of arrangements and different layers to the songs, and because we've took that time and care with it, I believe we've come up with our little baby. That's kind of the best thing we've done so far. It's very, very exciting. Carl, our bass player, he's also had some contributions songwriting wise, you know, just a lot of things that we've done slightly differently this time that I think is really good. And so far we've sent it out to all the press and yourselves and everything. We've had nothing but positive feedback so far, so which brings a smile to our faces. And a big hats off to Chris, the singer, my brother, guitar player. He's engineered, produced, mixed this.
Yeah, he's done everything, hasn't he?
He's done everything. So
it sounds cracking.
Exactly. You know, I'm so proud. You know, we've always wanted to do this, and the main challenge was the drums. But if what I hear now and what he's been able to accomplish, I'm like, yes, this is Absolva Studios now. It's like, and this is only the beginning in my eyes. You know, we've got the next album. It's from a studio and a producing level, I think it's going to only get better. But yeah, this album is called Side by Side, and it's released on April 17th. And and we've also just finished a music video, which will be out very, very soon. So look on YouTube, Facebook, social media.
We'll get it added to the playlist and everything.
It's going to be all over it. So
I'm
very excited for it.
I'm looking to review the album within the next couple of weeks, so
Brilliant.
Look out for it.
Yes.
When it's on Evermore.
Yeah, great. We'll get posting that around.
Me. So you obviously you do a lot with your brother Chris.
Yep.
Is there ever any sibling rivalry between you two?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I can well imagine.
Yeah. I don't think we're quite to the Oasis point yet, but yeah, there is. I mean, we butt heads sometimes, like any brothers would, But the thing, mainly like 95% of the time, it's fine because we both have a very similar goal, and we know exactly what Absolva is all about, what kind of music we're going for, the standard British classic heavy metal kind of thing, and most of the business decisions, they're quite mutually agreed. So occasionally, about where we want to go to eat or something. It's nothing. It's nothing too huge. Yeah, right.
I'm saying nothing.
So,
no, it's fine. Yeah.
what about the upcoming parts of the tour that you're doing at the moment? Because you've still got
We've got a
fair lot of dates coming up. So tell us about that.
We just did Brazil with Blaze Bayley, which I still class as part of this tour because it's it's the world tour.
Yeah.
You can class it as the world if we've got South America in there. But we've got loads of dates coming up. We've just done a gig in Netherlands and France, a couple of great gigs over there, festival and everything. And then we've got this massive whopping tour coming up.
Yep.
I've got my cheat sheet here ready. We're going to all sorts of places, all around mainland Europe. And we've also got we've got London Pentre Fest, which is actually next month. It's quite soon. 7th of March, we're playing that. Another double shift for me. Absolva will be playing, and then Absolva will be with Blaze again, so that's going to be great. And then we've got very long European tour in April and May, going to Germany, Netherlands, France, Czech Republic, I think. God. Sorry if we're not. And then and there's lots more. There's been quite a lot of people asking us about this on Facebook and Instagram, but yes, there are going to be more UK dates announced. They are just getting finalised, and they're going to be a little bit later in the year, but yes, they are happening. Yes.
Good stuff. Any more, Dani?
Well, Blaze Bayley for me is a big inspiration. I'm guessing from the style of your music that you've always had a little bit of influence from Blaze and Maiden and other bands like that. But who are your main influences?
Iron Maiden's definitely, Steve Harris from a songwriting point of view, definitely. My favourite guitar player, I'm mainly a rhythm guy, and a bass player obviously, is actually John Schaefer of Iced Earth. And I know I'm a little biased with it, but Iced Earth were my favourite band since I was 11 years old, so that was long before I
joined them must have been...
It was
dream come true.
Did you ever get a bit nervous playing around them? The legends and the...
You should have seen me the first gig. It was just like, oh my god, what have I got myself into here? Like 1,500 people in Canada supporting Volbeat, and and I hadn't even heard of Volbeat at that point. I was like, who's this band? And then they come on. I'm like, bloody hell, this has been a good day. It's a Wednesday night or something. So yeah, I go for that. I mean, people who I listen to and take some maybe influence from are like Alter Bridge, Miles Kennedy acoustically, definitely. Other bands who I listen to, In Flames, Amon Amarth. I mean, I'm probably not influenced by them, but I like them a lot.
Well, In Flames are very Iron Maiden. Well, from
heavy,
the
very
start.
heavy. Yeah, I think so. I mean,
you can definitely hear it.
Myself and Rishi, we go to a lot of In Flames gigs whenever they tour, don't we?
We all talk about gigs.
It's like
whenever we can.
Whenever we're in Manchester, myself and Rishi were kind of inseparable most of the time.
So when you're not playing gigs, you're actually going to them as well.
Or we're hanging out and having a beer and just
Manchester's got such a good scene as well, hasn't it? It's a great scene. The music scene out there is fantastic.
Absolutely. So it really is just one big heavy metal family, especially when we're off tour. It's great.
So I think we're going to get kicked out now because the acoustic stage is about to start up
Just
again.
let us know again when the Absolva album's coming out and everything. And
quick.
Oh, now
tell us
Tell the viewers.
Absolva album, side by side, released April 17th. It's going to be all over everywhere. So yeah, check it out, guys.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you ever so much, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.